Well, you know, success is a process, right? And most people are not willing to pay the price that you have to pay for the process, because people want opportunity, but what they don't understand is that opportunity always follows struggle, always follows downtimes, always follows preparation. There's no point in you getting the opportunity if you're not prepared for it. And life and anything that you want will prepare you for the opportunities that you want. The truth of the matter is the opportunities that you want are always around you. The difference is you're not prepared for it. People call people who are successful, they call them lucky. There is no such thing as luck. Luck is only when opportunity intersects with preparation. If you're not prepared, you'll never be deemed as lucky. Okay? But when you are trying to pursue anything, okay, I tell people this all the time, and I can speak from it from firsthand experience. Whenever you're trying to pursue anything, you have to be prepared to struggle. You have to be prepared to fail. You have to be prepared to learn. You have to be prepared to do it over and over. You have to be prepared to work hard. There's an old quote that says, "The hard work puts you where the good luck can find you." If you're not willing to put in hard work, your chances of getting lucky are going to be a whole lot smaller than that person who's willing to put in work. Okay? The hard work puts you where the good luck can find you. Is there anything such as luck? There's no such thing as luck. But hard work builds your character, builds your strength, builds your endurance, builds your stamina, builds your knowledge. Okay? You keep showing up, and you keep doing and doing. You keep getting better, you keep getting better, you keep learning. And then that opportunity comes back around, because opportunities are floating around all the time. Okay? The person who tells you that there is no opportunities, right, is either not prepared or they're not trying. Okay? Because even when you don't have opportunities, if you keep working and you keep getting better, what happens is you make opportunities. They say opportunities present themselves to you. No, they don't. You create opportunities with your presence. You create opportunities with your perspective. You create opportunities with your growth. You create opportunities with your ability to struggle and make it through to get to a new level. Those opportunities are there all the time. What happens is that your presence makes them better. Sometimes you make a wave, and that wave creates the opportunity, but you are the one that has to get better. You are the one who has to go through the struggle. You are the one who has to be prepared for it. And if you're not willing to do that, opportunities will always elude you. You'll sit on the sideline, you'll watch and see people take advantage of opportunities. You see people move ahead, and you'll understand these people are not better than me. The only thing that happened is that they believed in themselves, and they stuck in there. Opportunity always comes after struggle. Struggle always comes after. Okay? You have to understand that you're going to struggle. You must struggle. Struggle builds your character. One of my favorite quotes in this world is, "Adversity introduces a man to himself." I always say that you're nothing if you've never failed. You're nothing if you never lost. If you want to believe, if you want to know what it means to be the greatest, we can look at the very person who was deemed the greatest, nicknamed the greatest. One of my favorite people, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was not named the greatest because he never lost. We have some people who have come along who haven't lost, and no one even mentions their name as being the greatest. To be great means that you face adversity head on. To be great means that you welcome it. You run towards adversity. You have to see adversity as a chance to prove yourself. When we're talking about boxing, you look at some of the people that are good boxers, but they're not mentioned as the greatest. They were even dominant. but they're not mentioned at the greatest, because at some point in time there was a challenge, there was a formidable force that they ducked. One thing about I'm a Muhammad Ali fan. One thing I love about Muhammad Ali, he never ducked anyone. As a matter of fact, he had a saying. He says, if somebody has worked hard their entire life to make it to be the number one challenger, I owe them the opportunity at the title. He says, the same way Sonny Liston didn't make me wait, I'm not going to make them wait. And that's what made him great, because he took on some people that he probably shouldn't have. He lost, and he dusted himself off and came back and beat them in spectacular fashion every time. From Ken Norton to Leon Spinks to Joe Frazier. That's what it means to be great. Greatness is not about being flawless. It's about looking at your adversities and going head on, because understanding your adversities are going to increase you. They're going to make you better. Losing makes you better. Struggle makes you better. It makes you a better person. It makes you better prepared. It makes you even better. It makes success even better, truthfully. Because once you have struggled, once you understand what struggle is all about, even if you happen to fail up the road, it builds a certain character in you that you understand that this is just another road bump. This is just another thing that I can get over. And the longer you take in your career, in your life, in your process, the longer it takes you to lose, to face real adversity, to struggle, the harder it is for you to get up. You really actually do want to lose early on, because that losing builds struggle. It builds character. Going back to boxing, I can give you another perfect example of somebody that waited too long to lose. Roy Jones, great boxer. But I always said it about him. I said, I really, this guy's never been knocked down. He's never been knocked out. He's never lost. What's going to happen to him the moment he does? And the moment he did, he was never the same. He was never the same. And that's the same thing with a lot of people in life. The moment they take that first knockdown, that first gut punch, that first loss, that first bankruptcy, that first failed business, that first idea that didn't happen the moment they wanted it to happen, or how they wanted it to happen, or as fast as they wanted it to happen, they quit. Because they're not ready for the struggle that comes with success. One thing I will always tell anyone, if you see anyone that is successful, anyone, bar none, okay, it comes with a certain level of struggle. Okay? The greater your goal, the greater your struggle. Sometimes the longer your struggle. Sometimes it really does take 10 years to get that 1 year that will change your life. Seen it happen. Seen somebody struggle literally for 6 years to build a business, to get up off of their knees from being knocked down and chopped down and losing stuff. And in 6 months, made more income in 6 months than they had in the previous 3 years. Struggle will always come before success. Embrace your struggle. Understand that your struggle makes your success sweeter. Understand that struggle prepares you for success. Understand that struggle is required in order for you to succeed. When you see the mountain, when you see the task, when you see the tough times, run towards it with open arms. Because if you attack it, you put yourself in the driver's seat. If you are prepared for it, if you embrace it, the storm goes by faster. And while you're going through that struggle, make sure that you're learning. Make sure that you're picking up everything you can. Because when you taste that success, it tastes a lot sweeter right after that bitterness of struggle. It always does. In my lifetime, I've built a couple of businesses. Okay. And I have yet to build a business, right, that was problem-free, that was struggle-free, that was failure-free, that was loss-free. Doesn't happen. By the time I got around to my third one or so, I started looking for the struggle. It's almost like working out. A lot of people don't like to be sore. I love to be sore because I know I'm doing something when I'm doing that. If I'm going in and coming out and nothing happens, I know I didn't do anything that day. The same thing with life. If you're doing the same things you've always done, don't expect to change positions. You're going to be in the same place you've always been. If you're hanging around the same people you've always hung around, nothing's going to change. Okay? It's not hard to do the same things you've always done. And don't be discouraged by the people who haven't done anything. That one of the greatest, some of the greatest commentators on your life and the things that you should or should not be doing are people who have done absolutely nothing. Okay? Are the people who have done absolutely nothing. Don't be put off by them. Okay? Don't be put off by them. Because a lot of times you can look at their life and you can see why they're saying what they say, because they've done nothing. It's easy to be failure-free when you're also effort-free. Okay? Anybody who has ever done more, when they see you trying, they will encourage you. They might give you some pointers. But there will always be naysayers. Okay? So that's another thing. Don't let them pull you aside. But if you want that success, you have to embrace that process. And that process includes struggle. Right? So that's the question of the day. Do you really want to succeed? And are you willing to embrace the struggle? Because the struggle is right before the opportunity. Opportunity never comes before. Okay? You have to work for the opportunity. You have to do the work. Like I said, once again, the hard work puts you where the good luck can find you. You will lose some people. Some people who you thought would be riding with you throughout the entire thing, they will not be able to take the struggle. Happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. That's why a lot of times you see some people who are successful, they have very small circles. Because they realize who actually were willing to ride with them throughout the entire thing. Okay? Embrace that struggle. Get used to that taste. Right? Because it makes success even sweeter.